What up, y'all? Azzaro Port Homme Wild Mint. A lot of these Port Hommes from Azzaro are coming in the same bottles. They're all uniform now, just like what Guerlain is doing. I like these bottles. I think these bottles are actually pretty cool. They look nice. They look attractive. Good cap, good atomizer. I used to think that this glass was tinted green, but it's actually not. It's actually the juice inside this green. Pretty cool, huh? Hence, wild mint. I've seen 6 or 7 other fragrance reviewers talk about this, and I don't really get exactly what everybody else is getting. And I think that's one thing that I love about this lifestyle. I consider this a lifestyle. Some people consider it a hobby. But that's one thing that I love about this lifestyle is because you can have a specific fragrance. You have some people that are getting specific things, and then you'll have another group of people that get something sometimes completely different. That happens with me a lot. Sometimes I'll be preparing for a review and I'll wear a specific fragrance for like 4 or 5 days in a row, taking notes and everything. And then I'll see then I'll watch other fragrance reviewers talk about the fragrance that I'm wearing. And I'm thinking to myself, they're saying that they're getting specific things. And I'm like, why don't I get all these things that everybody else is getting? And then sometimes I'll be getting specific things and nobody else will be getting that. And I'm like, why don't other people smell what I'm smelling? So I think that's pretty cool about this lifestyle. But a lot of people are getting mint as the dominant note. I definitely get mint, but to me, the mint and the patchouli are equal. I'm getting equal amounts of patchouli and mint. The Indonesian patchouli in here, I don't think it's real patchouli from Indonesia. I think everything in here is synthetic, especially the calypsone in here. Sometimes houses will market fragrances and they'll make it sound fancy, like Indonesian patchouli. That makes you think that there's real patchouli in here from Indonesia. I don't think so. I think everything in here is synthetic. But I get equal amounts of mint and equal amounts of patchouli. A lot of people say that the mint in here is very fresh, a natural smelling mint, very bright and fresh, just like you picked mint out of the forest and smelled it. I don't really get that. I think the patchouli in here is a earthy and dirty patchouli. Not really bad, but a little bit earthy, a little bit dirty. And they mix it with the mint. And I think that's the reason I'm not getting a really fresh, bright mint, is because it's mixed with that dirty, earthy patchouli, and it makes the mint a little bit earthy and dirty too. But I think it's very pleasant. I like the way it smells. There is also calypsone in here, which is described as ozonic, like a sea breeze and a watermelon. That's what a lot of people smell. I do maybe get a little bit of watermelon in here, but I definitely get calypsone, but it's the secondary note. But I think it makes this composition interesting. I think all 3 notes mixed together makes this a really unique and unusual and interesting fragrance. Even though I don't get what everybody else is getting, I still think it's a beautiful fragrance. I still get mint. I definitely get patchouli also, and I get that calypsone. I get a little hint of sort of a really weird, interesting note with watermelon in here. It's very light, but I do pick it up. But I like it. I really do. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a really fresh, natural smelling mint as the dominant note. I don't get that, but I still think it's beautiful. And I do recommend it. And if you are interested in this, I will put a link in the description on where you can get this. And I love you guys, and I'll be back with something else later. Peace.